Let's talk about that. So somebody asked me, will I ever get married or or will I ever get a girlfriend, have a wife in America, or have some kids? And the answer is no. Um they don't make the women that I want in this country, and I looked in nooks and crannies. I got different types of systems that work for me. None of the chicks in this country ever passed my visual test, let alone my conversational test. I can't have people around me like that. Um, I spent too much time around the wrong motherfucking people, supporting them, giving them money, um, giving them money, and um, and giving them a lot of support. And I couldn't do that. I'm in a place in my life where I don't have that tolerant level to do that shit no more. And I'm a way more organized person than I was probably a couple years ago. Cause once I was able to once I was able to quiet down my life and not have the wrong people in it, I be it was like, for some reason, it was like I had superpowers, or it was like I woke up and it felt like I was like something. All of the stress and shit was off of me. I'm on time all the time. I can I can plan for I can plan my planning 10 times better than everything else. I can't have anybody weigh me down. I march to a certain beat now that I can't have somebody just mess that up. So these are the reasons why I'm not gonna have any kids, probably a girlfriend, or a wife in this country. Okay, the Alphabet Club. The Alphabet Club have a lot of influence, and I don't want my kids to be around the Alphabet community. You don't know if these Alphabet people will be teaching your kids in school, and you don't know, even in private schools, you don't know. It'll be so it's so messed up that you have to put your kids in private school in order to get them some learning. Also, I don't even trust the school system like that. As somebody who came out the school system, I don't trust the laws. I don't trust any of that. The Alphabet Club is the reason why I don't want no kids, because I don't want that around my kids. Overspending. There's I've been doing this all year, ever since the beginning of the year. I've been taking pictures of all the receipts. I've been taking pictures of all of the purchases that I had from Amazon, and all the stuff that I've been spending on, like, certain luxuries. And I want to see, before I get into before I pick up a new trade or whatever. I want to see exactly what I spend and what I'm not gonna spend. I can't have somebody around me who doesn't know how to control their spending habits, don't know how much they're spending, and then at some point I'm gonna be sitting here spending more than I should be spending when I can be saving money for some other things. The money that I, saved up and everything else, that was because I planned it. I had a ABC plan. I always have an ABC plan. And I can't be around somebody who is frugalist with their money and they're spending all this money. I don't care if you make 100 grand, six figures. If you got to sit here and do over leverage, if you have to do over leverage things and shit just to sustain yourself, I can't be around you. Even if I lived in good neighborhoods, and the reason why I stopped being down there is because the cost. the cost the cost of the cost of the area. I learned that too because better neighborhoods have next to no sales. They have next to no sales. They want you to pay they want you to pay full price. There's no sales in the grocery stores. There's no sales in some of the other places. You might have small bit of sales, but they're not big because you live around the neighborhood. And living around them high costing neighborhoods, the bare minimum costs a lot of money because you're in that neighborhood. And it's like, okay, man, this is bullshit. I can get into another country that has better accessories than this and it's cheaper. They got better resources than that overseas, and the place is a lot cheaper. America is an overpriced shithole at some point. California, overpriced shithole. New York, overpriced shithole with a whole bunch of rats. Shouldn't be shouldn't be the prices there is, but I think it's location and everything else. That's the reason why a lot of people moving out of the plate, moving out of New York and California and everything else. Overspending. I can't be with somebody who overspends, and I can't be with somebody who don't plan shit out. Where it's like, oh, let's go here, or somebody who has a I see a lot of women out here who have what you call it what you call it what would you call it that place Starbucks habit, where they spending probably a lot of money on Starbucks, a lot of money on Starbucks, and then they start dipping into your money because they don't have money for the Starbucks. A lot of these so-called high quality women over here, the six-figure women, they're spending like they're spending money like they're millionaires. Half of them have debts. That's the reason why a lot of them are proactive of let me give you let me give you a tip. A lot of these so-called six-figure women spend money like they're millionaires. And the reason why they always talk about money, because they always have to make money for the shit that comes in their life. They got women out there who, like a Erica Williams, who's overweight, and she talking about spending on high class money and yeah, this and this and that and all this other stuff. I'm like, but you didn't lose weight. I mean, you can't talk about nobody about improving shit until you lose that weight and look a little bit more healthier. But I learned that when people talk about entrepreneurship and making money and side hustles, they only doing that because they have to pay an extra bill, or they got a woman that spends too much money. When you comfortable with the money you have and you know how to make a plan, you have 3 plans, 3 backup plans. The money you spend, the money that maintains you, and the money that you have just in case something goes down. For health insurance, somebody burying somebody, or something, so money that you leave behind. 3 stages of money that you have. Most of these so-called six-figure women, they have to keep replacing the money that they have. It's 3 defensive money that you're supposed to have. To me, that's 3 defensive money that you have. Money that you, like I said, money that you maintain, that you're making to keep yourself up. The money that you have for bills and all that other stuff and everything else, and backup money and everything else. And the third is for money that you will need just in case everything falls down. And that's the savings. A lot of these people have $500 phone bills, $600 grocery tabs. They have probably more than $3,000-$4,000 luxury budgets. That's how I see it. And I won't ask a woman straight away how much her shit is and how much her money is and none of that, how much she pays for the car and all that stuff, because I have to understand the value and the value and the devalue she brings to me. Overspending, I don't like the overspending shit, because eventually you're going to run out of the money that you have. And then it's going to come down to me. That's why a lot of them want you to have all this money and all this stuff. Like, no. I can maintain myself and you maintain yourself. and then we help each other with this and this and that. But nobody want to work like that. So, value of a relationship. Sometimes my point of view of value of a relationship is different from everybody else. The value of a relationship with somebody is somebody who isn't going to be bothering me, somebody's an asset to me, and somebody who isn't getting on my fucking nerves all the time, and somebody who can be trustworthy and loyal. Also, don't, I'm gonna get down the list. Somebody who don't bring me to places, be around certain people, take me around certain people that is gonna be talking shit and whatever. All this different stuff. The value of a relationship, and also the value it brings financially. Most women don't bring value to your relationships and improve your money situations by giving you job opportunities or something else and everything else. I think it's very important for some men to record themselves and record the money that their wife is spending and record the money that they spending and record the money that the woman is making, that y'all made with each other. So you can have stuff right in between. That stuff shouldn't be just in the wind. Don't want many people in and out of my life. Mainly is because I can't, how can I say it? I can't, how can I say it? I can't keep up with everybody. This not only in real life. You don't know who somebody's speaking to. You don't know who your friend's speaking to. You don't know that. I made a video before this that you don't know who people's meeting. You don't want people to mesh with each other, right? I'm a very focused and tight-knit guy. And I have a circle that I created that I can see how many people come in my life, and I know how many people are. Is they risk? Is they not risk? Most women will be friends with everybody, and they don't know exactly what that person is there for, or what that person is trying to do to them. I don't need that shit in my life. I don't need it. A lot of women when they get in a relationship with a guy, they don't tell them the kind of stuff. They don't tell them the certain things they don't tell them about their families. They don't tell them about their friends. They don't tell them about the bad qualities. It's not talking about them because it's the role between the guy and the woman to tell each other about the good and the bad of the people that they're going to have to be around so that don't affect their life. Because just in case they break up, that's not lasting effects. So I don't want that many people running in and out of my life that I just can't keep up with, because if I have stuff that I need to take care of, or stuff that I have, like a couple years ago, I told you this story. There's a girl that I was talking to, and I was working at a certain job, and I was talking to this girl, and we play around with the rules or whatever. And just told her whatever. This is before I made the rule up, and I told her something. Next minute, I know her brother walks up on me. I didn't know who this dude was. He's like, "Yo, your name so and so." I'm like, "How you know my name?" "Oh yeah, you messing with blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay. What's going on?" "Yeah, man, she told me about the jobs and stuff like this and this and this and that." I'm like, "What? She told you that? Why she tell you that?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, hook you up." I said, "I don't got the seniority to do none of that, man. I don't understand that, man." "Oh man, yeah, man, just try to look out, man, blah blah blah." Had to go back to her and say, "Hey, you understand?" I was like, "Okay, you know what? I can't have somebody walk up on me random, and I can't risk my employment for you." And I had to drop her. See, there's a responsibility that you're supposed to have when you deal with other people, when you have other people in your life. You're not supposed to put burdens on them, and you're not supposed to put them in harm's way. That's what I feel. If I'm never gonna try to get to somebody and I have a whole bunch of problems in my life, and a lot of women in this country seem to don't wrap up their bullshit with the people around them, and they have fucked up lingering relationships with certain people so they can have on the back burner. And I just can't. I don't have the money. I don't have the money to keep that up. To having a PI follow this girl if she goes to another town and she end up having sex with her former boyfriend, or a wife who said, "Oh, I'm not hitting it right," and she goes to a former boyfriend or somebody who she's fucking with before she met me. No, 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 no. Because a lot of these chicks have a guy like that where they have an ex-boyfriend and they just use him for sex. Meet up sex. I know the shit. I know the game. I don't got time for all the in and out people. Not at all. Don't want to have to look at things and do things I don't like. So there's a thing about guys in relationships where women make them do things that they don't like. On some compromise. On some compromise shit. Where compromise is good if it's on both sides. But the way I'm at now, I have to get something out of the whole thing. Or I just don't like doing it. I do not want to watch no sissy shows. I don't want to watch no woke ass movies. None of that shit, man. Just because I got a girlfriend or a wife and she wants to watch it. No, 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 no. You ain't gonna get me to do that. Do it yourself. And if I gotta sit there and do it, something better come out of it. Dealing with other people's emotions. Dealing with somebody else's emotions. People don't understand this, and I think some men who's inexperienced with women have to understand, and this is all with all women, even overseas women, and even here, they all got the same qualities of dealing with the emotions. At some point, you're gonna have to master dealing with somebody's emotions. At some point, comfort her, acknowledge her, this and that, hold her, this and this and this and stuff. There's a lot of emotional bullshit that you're going to have to do when you have a girlfriend or a wife. It's inevitable. You're going to have to do. You can't be an emotionless douchebag or whatever, right? Because then they'll say it's abuse. You're going to have to do these things that in your head you're going to be like, oh, I'm glad nobody's around because I have to say all this shit. But if he was in front of people, would be like, yo, this dude is soft, blah, blah, blah. But there's other things that you have. And right now, especially in this country, the women are over the emotional baggage that these chicks have is something that I don't want to deal with. Hell no. Divorce and losing things. Now, people think that they're going to take half. No, you're going to lose a lot more than the shit that you work for. You're going to lose a lot of freedoms, and then there's certain laws that will favor them. The hell? The divorce laws just don't mean that they take half of your shit. It means that they're gonna uproot your life. Imagine you staying in a place for a long time and then you get a divorce and she gets the house and you gotta move somewhere else. But you got all your shit. You got all your comfortability and all your stuff here. You all your stuff in one place and you used to having a certain routine. What happens? You gotta change your routine. You gotta do all this other shit. Yeah. Dealing with somebody else's drama and family. So a lot of people accumulate drama over their life. Women more so than men, right? Most men, feminist men, but let me see right there. Okay. The accumulation of people's drama, people don't pay attention to the people that they piss off. People don't pay attention to the people that they shit on, talk about, and people don't pay attention to the people they hurt before. So sometimes you might end up with somebody who has done a whole bunch of shit in the past, and they might got some bad juju on them because the things they did and said to other people might come back to haunt them, and it's gonna come back to haunt you because you in her life. Or family drama, where they have drug problems and alcohol problems and all types of other shit that they dealing with, right? I don't want that shit. There's a lot of shit that goes on over there, over here with the women having family problems and drama and all the shit that they stacked up in their whole life. Women are too weak minded in the U.S. to pick one. A lot of women can be conditioned a lot easy. You know how many women out here are now using pronouns because it's popular? You know how many women use the Black Lives Matter thing? You know how many women use the justice for Ukraine? I can't be with a weak-willed, weak-minded chick who follows everything on social media, who can be controlled by the media. Because if the media tell her I'm a bad guy, she's going to say I'm a bad guy and she's going to dump me. Or if she sees a movie or something, or she's going to get, me to take her out to a fucking Beyonce concert and spend $1,000 and shit. No. Just because she saw everybody else. I can't be with a weak-minded person who's easily influenced by outside shit. My personal life will be made public. So, when you spend a lot of time with somebody, you might slip up and tell them things that you never tell anybody else. I don't need any of my personal business to be made public. And the women here, they like to put public. You know what I mean? The celebrities are dealing with it. P. Diddy dealing with it. I ain't saying I'm on the same caliber as that guy, but the fact is, there's my ex-friends try to use my personal shit against me. And I'm happy that none of them are in the same, same city as me. Because if somebody had a beef with me, they'd probably tell them about my business. Mind you, I was talked about by my former friends. And they said a couple things and it only could come from them. I don't want to sit here and give my personal self to somebody and then they end up telling the world it just for her benefit. A lot of that shit goes on in this country and it's wrong. Because whatever private shit happened, if it's not real bad, then it shouldn't be known. You shouldn't be talking shit. You shouldn't be doing all this crazy shit. But, too much of a risk. Using kids against me. So, the women here have a cultural thing to use kids against single men. Call people pedophiles. Or have... What a lot of women do here is make you feel comfortable and get more out of you by having a kid by you. Then they control you by saying I'm the mother of your child. And I'm more important than your life because the child is here now and we are more important than you are. And they put that up there to do that just to make you less than and make you a worker for them, for the kids and for the wife. They don't treat the kid as a different version of both of y'all and a better version of teaching you for the next generation. They get the kids as a tool to keep you in line, to keep you with her. So she can act any type of way she wants. She can cheat on you and use the kids as a weapon. Well, you breaking up the family for the kids, but you can't do it. I can do it. Me Too allegations, the false flagging or the false fakeness that a lot of people do, you can't recover from this. Most people can't recover from being lied on. And one of my biggest pet peeves and fears is being lied on by somebody who I let in my life and be stupid enough to let that person in my life. And I was smart about that. So let's see. Family man slave. So I just talked about this. A lot of the system in this country is built off using men and making them do anything they want them to do for their wife and their kids. Everything that was built in this country was built to use against men for their families, right? People build buildings for their wife and kid. They build railroads. They build the whole society was built off a family man slave. Hey, do it for your family. 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 It was always do it for your family. Do it for your family. They never said that for the wives. It was always for do it for your family for the men. And I always notice that when you hear stories about the past and how some guys you hear about the past when they're told that they do it for their families or do it for the girl they have. It was always a tool to get men to just be slaves. And then when whatever the woman, the wife, or the kid wants, you will have to keep doing because you have to make them happy. And no one tells you, no one says what to make them happy. It's always happy life, happy wife, happy life. It's never having a man to take a break. He always had to be the workhorse of the family. That's the devastating thing. At least overseas, the men get treated in a little different way than the men here. The quality of women, the U.S. quality are overpriced. So there was a couple live streams that I heard that quality women over here, you have to make 6 figures to get with a quality woman. While quality women come over here with their husbands making absolutely nothing and they still quality women. So why is it the women over here are so high priced? Because they're living beyond their means. Nobody never said they should be broke, but a lot of them want to be living lavish lives. And that tells me a lot about them. Nobody should be having to make $100,000 just to be with a so-called good woman. Because she wants to have all these different things in her life. Okay, I'll go somewhere else where it's less expensive and the girl has a little bit of low maintenance or in between maintenance, like mid maintenance over there. No safety net for me if things go wrong. So men don't have any safety nets. Let's be real. Men don't have any safety nets. And this is a fact. They have no safety nets. What I want is not out there. It's not that hard. There ain't no system, or there's no dating system in America that looks for what I want. I'm not gonna go to everything. I'm not gonna go to every single state and city just to date, just to find the so-called one and have to spend a whole bunch of money and make a whole bunch of money. No. If I am gonna do that, I go overseas, and I know that my percentage is gonna be a lot better, and I'll be in the market for about probably a couple months before I found that girl. Because I know a couple people who were single for a very long time over here, and they left and they went and they got a wife just like that, without doing all that. I like the peace and quiet. I like things a little bit quiet than noise. And women don't like to keep quiet and they like to be noisy and just too loud. And I love my hobby time. One of the things that I don't like is when women come in men's lives, they like to suppress their hobbies and make it all about them and not all about the guy. Because before the girl came into the guy's life, he had his own hobbies, he had his own stuff, he had his own thing that he did and he enjoyed. But for some reason, you have to share your time, and I understand that. But they want you to, give everything to them and not maintain the shit that you was doing before. So that might have answered the questions to, and then there's a couple of them more stuff, but this might have answered the questions why I'm probably never gonna get a girlfriend over here, a wife, or kids in America at all. I already have a long-term plan to make. That's the reason why I'm getting the trade to my lifetime goal. I'm gonna stack up all the money and I'm gonna strap down to having a really peaceful, quiet life that I enjoy being a single guy. So I know how much money I need to make for that goal to happen. So I'm gonna do that. But if the option is there, I'll go overseas. So if that answered the question.